Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Tribe. My name's Travis, and today we're going over Ironman New Zealand that just happened. Unfortunately, we didn't have a broadcast for this race. I would have loved to watch along, but we're going to go through first the women's race using Tri247's breakdown that they wrote, and I'll also add some of my insights. We'll be using the tracker to follow along. So starting with the women's race, it was Rebecca Clark who came out of the water first as expected. She's one of the sport's top swimmers. And it was Hannah Berry who wasn't too far away from her. She would have been stoked with that as the defending champion. And then Els Visser was 6 minutes down. She wouldn't have been happy with that. That would have put on a little bit of pressure for her. And boy, did that pressure help her out as she gunned it on the bike, especially in the second half of the race. At the halfway stage of the bike, she'd made up already 3 minutes, and then she turned the firepower on and biked extremely hard on the second leg of the race, and she came into T2 a good minute clear of Rebecca Clark and Hannah Berry, with a huge gap on the rest of the field, including Meredith Kessler, who's a 5-time winner of the race. And she was looking good on the run, it seemed, and she was putting more and more time into those behind her. But after halfway, she started looking a little bit rough, but thankfully she had more than enough room to take home her victory. And since she'd already secured her spot at Ironman Kona, her slot went down to Rebecca Clark, who could improve upon her 17th finish at Kona this last year. A fantastic performance all around from Els Visser, who really showed her strength on the bike. She looks like she's got a great run in her too, and I'm really excited to see how she goes in Kona this year. She's definitely one who seems to keep improving at the Ironman distance and is one for the future. Okay, and then on to the men's race, and it looked like Braden Curry was the favorite here, but there were some big names he was going to be up against, including Sebastian Kienle, as well as Jan van Berkel, Dan Pleuz's athlete, and also Mike Phillips, who's a fantastic all-around athlete, so it was going to be fireworks from the go. And it was Braden Curry and Mike Phillips who got out of the water pretty much together before gunning it on the bike, with over 2.5 minutes plus to those behind, including Sebastian Kienle and Jan van Berkel, and also Matt Burton, who had a fantastic showing at Western Australia. But we knew Matt was going to be fantastic on the bike, but what I didn't see coming was what Mike Phillips was able to do. We know he's a monster on the bike, but putting serious time into the likes of Braden Curry and Matt Burton was, for me, a little unexpected. He is a fantastic rider, and he looked extremely aero with one of the POC TT helmets that we don't often get to see, but that you see a lot of in elite cycling time trialing. Mike Phillips really put the hammer down on the second half of the bike, and towards the end of it, he said goodbye to Braden Curry and didn't want to be running next to him as they started the run. And after he got off the bike, he had a springy T2, actually being the fastest T2 in the field, so it looked like that bike hadn't done too much damage to his legs, and off he went on the run. But Braden Curry had other ideas, and so did Jan van Berkel, who was an enormous amount back after the bike, but those two have run legs, and they soon proved it. Braden Curry was eating into Matt Burton's time throughout the beginning stages of the run, and by the 26-kilometer mark had caught him and was running with him, and it looked like it was those two who were going to fight from the win. Jan van Berkel was slowly climbing the ranks and had managed to sneak up a few places, and it looked like he'd be challenging for the podium alongside Sebastian Kienle, who seemed to be having just a little off day, especially on the bike, as he got a lot of time put into him, which you wouldn't expect from an Uber biker like Sebi. So at this stage of the run, it looked like Braden Curry might be victorious, as he'd already caught up so much time, and he started to break away from Mike Phillips. However, late into the run, he started suffering from some cramps, and it wasn't to be. With Mike Phillips still holding strong on the run, he managed to gap Braden and hold on for an enormous victory. As a previous champion of the race, he'll be excited to claim that title again, and he had a solid all-around performance in the end, claiming a Nice World Championship spot, and proving himself as one of the best Ironman competitors so far, and showing how his rank 115 in the world might be a little ridiculous for how good he's going to be. I'm excited to see how much points he gets for this race. Huge thanks to Braden for letting me use his story and the images from the race to share this with you guys, but he will be a little bit disappointed with second place. Thankfully, he books his slot to the World Champs and is going to be eyeing that from here on out. He'll be happy with that. Sebi, unfortunately for him, finished in 4th place as Jan van Berkel's 2:40 run, which is trademark for him, was good enough to earn him a podium spot, and his coach Dan Plews was very happy. So all in all, an epic race at Ironman New Zealand that just took place. And sorry, it's a little bit of a quick recap. It's evening and time for me now, and I wanted to get one in before doing Ironman South Africa tomorrow, which is looking to be another great race. And actually, at this time of recording, Cam Worth's already in the lead, a little bit into the bike. So it's going to be a great race, probably coming down to the run. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I love doing these and testing out some new lighting, as you can see. I hope to up the production quality as I learn about filming and editing and recording and audio. So thank you guys so much for watching, supporting the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.